Hey everybody, this is Isaac with DLX Detail Service. In this video, I'll be giving everybody a little peek on how I service one of my trucking company customers. I do the interiors on their trucks weekly. Every Monday, I go to their shop and have a list of trucks that they want me to do, and I just go from there. This company has been pretty game changing. Has been a big game changer for me. I show up, they give me the truck numbers, and I just go hard from there. They're not super picky about anything. Obviously, I do the best I can, but I also I talk to their bosses before I did any work, and we all got the expectation. Like, we all know each other's expectations, so I'm able to get them how I think they need to be clean, and then I go on to the next one. And I'll just tell everybody what I make from this, and I'm not trying to brag in any way. And so I usually do 2 trucks a week for this one company. Sometimes I can do 3, but I'm doing this on my days off because I don't detail full time anymore. So I like to take things a little bit easy. I show up around 10, I do 2 trucks, and I go home. And so we agreed on a price. I charge them $200 per truck, and that's no matter the condition. If they're like very clean and just a little dusty and all it needs is a wipe down, that's $200. If it's pretty trashed, and it takes me a long time, I mean, no matter what, I can get these things done pretty quickly, no matter how bad they are, because I have a system down, and even if they're completely trash, I can still get them done closely to the same amount of time as just like a mildly dirty truck. So, but I also told them if I get one that is so dirty that it's like a safety concern, or like some hazmat type of dirty truck, which I've dealt with before, I told them that I'll still do it, but I'll charge them hourly, and it's up to me to make that decision on if it needs to be done that way. And yeah, so one of the most important things you can do when getting accounts like this is actually probably the way you keep accounts. The way you keep commercial accounts is by getting on the same page as the people as the bosses, like whoever's gonna be pulling the truck out and saying it's good. Like you have to be on the same page. That's the most important thing before you do any work. That way, that saves problems down the road. It's just, you have to have very clear communication with who you're working for, who's going to see the actual work. Not necessarily the owner of the company, just like a manager. It's all different for each company. It's just whoever's going to be seeing the end is who you want to be very clear with on what they expect. All right, I didn't mean to go on a tangent on that. But anyway, yeah, so I show up to this company, I do the trucks, and I get out. And then I send them an invoice using an app. And if anybody wants to know what that is, I can make a separate video on how I go about that. All right, everybody, so I'm just starting out on this truck for the local trucking company that I detail the interiors for. This truck is very clean on the inside as far as they usually go. It just has a little bit of dirt on the floor. A lot of times they leave like nasty food in the fridge and just miscellaneous belongings that the driver leaves behind. But overall, this truck is very clean compared to normal. Probably take me about an hour. And so if we want to get into pricing for this typical company, we agreed at $200 per truck. I can get 3 trucks done in a day if I push it, but I can comfortably get 2 trucks done in a day. And at least for now, this company has an unlimited amount of trucks that need done because they're way behind. And so far, I'm the only one doing it. So, and I do this company every Monday. It's my days off. So every Monday, I'm making at least an extra $400. and that's before taking out gas to get here, which this is close. And then products, I use good products, but I use cheap products, so there's not really a whole lot to take it. This is almost all profit. So yeah, this truck is really clean. The most important thing when it comes to doing truck interiors is getting a system down. So I always start at the highest point, work my way down, and I finish at the driver's side door panel. And then I actually, that's not true, I do the floors very last, because I'm stepping on the floors the whole time. I don't want to clean them and be walking on them and get them dirty. So yeah, that's what I start at the highest point, wipe down everything. If it's a super dirty truck that you'll run into, the same thing applies. Just no matter how dirty it is, always stick with your system. That is how you, if you veer off of your system, that's how you forget stuff. If you do it the same way every time and it's repeatable, you'll never forget anything. I mean, no one's perfect. You still could, but it's a lot less likely. So here is the products that I use. So I'm just trying to make my point here is you can use the most basic products and make a lot of money in one day. So I use all Superior Products chemicals, Pink Perfections and an all-purpose cleaner, and then some microfibers from Walmart, and then a light. That's literally it. And if it's sometimes I'll use a dressing on the floors, not a greasy dressing, but it depends on what the floor is made out of, obviously. And if it's carpet, you're not going to use a dressing, obviously. But if it's these rubber floors like this, I will dress them, but I'm very careful about it. Make sure it's not all sticky and greasy. So you don't even necessarily have to dress them. The most important thing you want to do is make sure it's very clear what the company wants of you. If they want their truck spotless and looking new, then you want to do that. With this particular company, they just want them kind of wiped down, so it's just a little bit like half-ass clean for the new driver that gets it. This company, they're pretty lenient and laid back. It's a great company to work for. They don't have to have everything spotless, but they want a clean truck for the new driver, but they're not super picky. That's a perfect company to work for. I love working for them. And so that's pretty much it. I'm going to get to cleaning. So like I said, we'll start at the top, wipe the walls and everything. These walls are made of vinyl. I just get them as clean as I can. And then get all the cubbies. I don't, even under the bunk, I don't really touch under the bunk. If there's driver's belongings under there, I'll take the belongings out. That's about it. I don't, and I've been working for these guys for a while. They never told me to worry about under there. If they want me to, then I'll start. Pretty much, I asked them, I was like, what's your guys' main point that you want cleaned? Like the main point of interest. They said the fridges. So I make sure the fridges are spotless every time, and they're happy. So without further ado, let's get this cleaning. Alright everybody, so thank you for watching this video. I hope it helped. My main goal is to give somebody that is starting out just some tips. I do not claim to be a professional by any means. I don't claim to be a professional detailer. I don't claim to be a professional marketer. I actually don't know much at all about marketing. I didn't go to any type of school. So literally all I'm trying to do is I've been through this business, the good times and bad times, and I've tried all kinds of different ways to go about getting customers, and I've just been through it is what I'm getting at. And I'm just, if I can help anybody that's starting out with tips, then that's my whole goal. I'm not trying, whenever I talk about how much money I make on any of this, I know it's all relative. For some people, it could be a lot. For some people, I could be making chump change. And so all I'm doing is trying to be real with the facts of what I did and hoping it can help somebody out. And that's it. Thank you for watching my video. I'll see you on the next.